So now, before you start actually the development, we need to set the environment first. I hope everybody will be using Windows or Linux. Can I know anyone using Mac for development? Do we have a Mac user? Okay, Tausif is going to is using Mac.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So we have to follow a different process, but almost similar. So here we are going to need these tools. The first tool is we need to sign up for an account on GitHub.com. Okay, so GitHub, I hope everybody knows what is GitHub. It is a repository where we can store our code, our files, and we can, collaborate with different teams and different projects. So I want all of you to sign up for an account in GitHub. It's very simple. Just I open the website. So as you can see here, this is the GitHub link website. I already have an account, so I'm logging in. Okay, fine. This is asking for a 16 code. Anyways, so you have to have a GitHub account. Next, second point, you need to have a Google Chrome browser. I hope everybody is already using Google Chrome. It already comes with a Chrome developer tools. Okay, so when we click on right click inspect on anywhere in the page, we get a lot of tools in the bottom side. So we will use that tools, which it is really helpful when we work with CSS and when we work with JavaScript and all. Next point, we are going to use the Sublime Text version 3 editor. There are many other popular text editors like VS Code, brackets.io, but we will be using Sublime Text 3. It is very simple and very fast when coding. So you can download the Sublime Text 3 from the internet. Next, we are going to need a Git. This is a Git. We're going to use this Git on our desktop. So here we are going to install the Git package. Here where we can, run the Git commands from our console. So I already have downloaded all the setup on my machine. So I'm going to just show you the websites where you can download this one. And finally, we need a package called as Browser Sync. So for this Browser Sync, we need to install Node.js. So Mohib just asked about Node.js. So here we're going to install Node.js also from first practical onwards. And this plugin called as Browser Sync, it is very useful whenever you write the code and you save, you don't need to refresh your website. For example, you made any change in the code, and then when you go to your website, it gets automatically refreshed. So you don't need to refresh the page again and again to see the new changes. So Browser Sync will sync your browser with your code. So I'm just going to show you the websites from where you can download this. This will be a part of your practical number 1 also, and this is also required during lecture also. So I'll be using all these tools. Whenever I'm going to do some code, I'm going to upload on GitHub repository. I'll be using a Google browser, and I'm going to use a code editor Sublime Text version 3. And when I complete some part of my coding, I'm going to push that code into my Git account from the Git console, and I'll be using Browser Sync to see my output along with the coding. So here I'm going to share you with the websites where you can download all these links. Okay, so here you can see first of all Git. So you have to go to the website gitscm.com and go to download buttons, and you have a Mac, Windows or Linux, you can download or set up. Okay, 32-bit and 64-bit. I already have downloaded, so I'm just going to share with you. So these are the setups which are already with me. So as you can see, Git version is there, and Sublime version 3, text 3. So don't go for Sublime 2, go for Sublime 3. This is the current version. You can download on Windows as well as Linux as well as Mac. So this is your text editor. I already have this and I have installed the Sublime text. Okay. Next is for browser sync, you have to install Node.js. So you have to search for Node.js website and go to download button. So here you can go for the LTS, that is long-term support, and don't go for the current one. The current may be, there might be bugs and there might be not stable. So always prefer LTS, that is long-term support. So you can click on as per your OS, Windows, Mac, Linux, all is available, 64-bit. I've already downloaded this Node.js and I've already installed this. So these are the tools which will be needed to complete our development setup. I've already done this, so you can also install. And after installation, if I want to see whether everything is good, so I have to go to console. So here on Windows, we have terminal. Sorry, we don't have terminal, we have CMD, right? So on Linux, we have terminal. So now this terminal is for Windows, but for Git, after installation, I can right click and then open the Git bash option. So when I do this, Git bash, so here I get the Git console. Just like terminal in Linux, I get the Git console. So if I want to know what is the current version of my Git, so here I can see that Git is installed properly and the current version. And if I want to see the version of Node.js, so Node.js, we have the command npm, that is Node Package Manager, and I can check the version also of npm. Okay, so it is already installed. And if I want to, next thing was about the browser sync. So we already seen about the Git account. We already have the Chrome browser. I hope everybody has. And we have just downloaded Sublime Text 3, and we also have downloaded Git, and we also have installed Node.js. Now let us see how to install browser sync. So when I open the website, browser sync, so here they have the command npm install. This is the command for browser sync. So after you install the Node.js, you can install the browser sync plugin. So I simply copy this and I go to my Git console and I just paste the command. I've already installed this, so maybe it can update or it can tell me that it's already there. Okay, so browser sync is already updated, and so here we are going to complete our first initial setup. And the next setup we are going to see about the WAMP and LAMP. So this will be part of a practical. I hope that you have understood what I have just explained. We can take a break of 10 minutes and come back. And meanwhile, I'll share the attendance link also with you. Is there any doubt? Just let me know in the chat box, or you can ask by one. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes. Okay. So yes, I got a question about the GitHub. Yes, I'll share your resource with you. You can just type uh, Git Pro. Sorry. This is a book of Git, and it's a very good book. You don't have to learn the entire book, but the first three chapters are very important. Okay, even if you learn first three, Git started, Git basics, and Git branching, it will be enough for us. And don't worry, I'll be helping you with whenever I run any Git commands. But if you get familiar with this, you can download the PDF file also. The PDF file is available here. It's already on the same link, git underscore SCM. So this PDF is very good. I've already downloaded this PDF. It is there in my list of ebooks. So you can see here. Uh, don't worry about that. Git SCM commands are very useful. So you should learn that. Next question. You can post your question in chat box also, so I can read and resolve the query. Can we use VS Code? Yes, you can use VS Code. It is also very much popular. I have been personally using before also. See, I have the Visual Code editor also. So when I'll be using Laravel, I prefer VS Code. So yes, you can use VS Code. Is the voice lagging? Rukaiya, can I know which point you have missed? Or you can type here in the chat box. The Git part. Okay. You want to know about Git console or the Git Pro, the PDF file? Are you asking about the book or you are asking about the console commands? Okay, both. Okay, fine. So I'll just close the window. First of all, you have to go to Git, search for Git on the Google link. If you search, you will get the first link. And when you open this link, you have to download the Git setup. Now this Git is a open source system wherein you can control your code and you can push your code into the online GitHub account. So it's like, we are developing a code on our machine and there are many changes to our code. So we can save all those different changes of our code into the GitHub account. So one option we have on GitHub, just let me log in. Okay, one. Okay, so here we have the code. I have enabled the, sorry. Okay, I'll come to this in detail in the next lecture. The next part in the practical. Here we can create repositories. So as you can see, I already have created some repositories here. So I've created this new for this subject. So here also you can upload all your code. Okay, so you can drag and drop. But on the other side, we can do the same thing from our console also. Okay, that is from our Git bash command. So let us say if I have some code here and I want to push that code into the GitHub account. So I'll be opening the git bash command here. Okay, and I'll tell you the commands which will upload all my code from my desktop to the GitHub server. Before doing this, I need to install this. So how am I going to install that? from the Git website. So here I have to go to Git website and click on download button, and if I have Windows, I'm going to select Windows, and then I'm going to download the setup. Okay,